So I have a couple of things I want to talk about. I'm a big believer in learning lessons in life. You do something that works, you keep doing it. You do something that doesn't work, you stop doing it. So I'm wondering when the Democrats are going to learn a lesson. They bring the COVID relief bill to the Senate. They want to be bipartisan. They want to negotiate in good faith with the Republicans. Yeah, right. So they discuss all night. They negotiate. They compromise. They even conceded some things, like the amount of money paid to the unemployed. But when the vote comes down, it's 50 Republicans against, 50 Democrats for. That's exactly how the vote would have gone down had they not talked to them at all. They spent all this time, they gave some things away, and the Republicans gave them nothing in return. They were hoping for some bipartisanship, maybe one or two Republicans at least voting for it. But that's not what happened. Nope, they said, we want this, this, and this, and we're not giving you shit for it. Well, that's horrible negotiation tactics. And if it's happened to you a number of times, God damn it, stop doing it. What you need to do is exactly what they would do. Don't talk to them. Don't give them any options. Don't give them any concessions. Shove it down their throat and take what you can get as long as you can get it. That's what they do to you. I don't know why it's so hard to understand. You have some needs as Democrats, and you want those needs, and they're important to you to get done what you need to get done. Still, you want to compromise and work with these people. They have proved over and over and over and over again. They don't want to work with you. They just want to play you, get what they can out of you, and then leave you hanging. And that's exactly what they did there. So you gave a little on the unemployment payments from $400 down to $300. Now, had you not talked to them, you would have still gotten the $400 and not the $300. You gave away that $100 per unemployed person for nothing, for zero. You got nothing in return. And honestly, as much as I like the Democrats more than the Republicans at this point, that was stupid. That was not thinking, and that was not remembering history, what they've done to you over and over again. Now, one of the things that happens when Republicans in this situation see this bill, they want to add amendments. They want to take away certain things. They want to adjust certain things, or they want to add certain things. And the ultra-brilliant Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama had an amendment he wanted to apply to this COVID relief bill. And it was an anti-transgender bill. He wanted to not give funding to those schools that allowed transgender to participate in sports. Well, first of all, that has nothing to do with COVID. And that's exactly what I've been hearing from Republicans all along. Oh, there's so much in there that doesn't belong there because it's not COVID. Yet you come up with this bullshit, reprehensible amendment, and you try to pass it. Now, here's the fucking crazy thing about it. This is one idiot. This is one clown that puts that out there. And you would think, oh, well, yeah, but who's going to vote for that? Well, certainly no Democrats voted for it, but 49 Republicans did. 49 Republicans bought into that. So you remember that. When they were put an anti-transgender bill in front of them, they said, oh, hell yeah, I'm signing off on that. That's the kind of people we're dealing with. Why do you want to work with them? Don't work with them. You have a slight advantage now. Shove it down their throat, take what you can get. And then spend the next 2 years working your ass off to make sure that that margin in terms of the majority is wider. Get some of those Republicans out of the House, out of the Senate, and get a bigger margin. Then you don't have to deal with this shit. The last thing I wanted to talk about real quickly is something I've been thinking about. I thought of the problem, and I think I've come up with a resolution. We've been hearing a lot about politicians, and they could be Democrat or Republican. It doesn't matter. Andrew Cuomo, Lauren Boebert, I don't give a shit who it is, because I'm against all bad politicians, not just one party. But we've been hearing about a lot of these politicians having skeletons in their closet that we didn't know about before, had no idea. We were surprised. Well, how is that possible? Because you see, if you and I go apply for some menial job, anything, washing dishes, whatever, we have to fill out an application, go through a background check, maybe a credit check, and certainly a drug check. And if any of those things don't look good, we don't get the job. Now, you would think there'd be something similar to that with politicians if they want to represent us, but there's not. And we certainly cannot count on the government to police themselves. No way. So, what I'm suggesting is that there should be an independent, bipartisan political action group. And what this group does is simply investigate and research every candidate for any election from the state level above. They go through everything on each person who's running for office, from social media all the way up to criminal records. Pull it out, lay it bare for us all to see, so that we can make some informed choices when we decide who we want to vote for to represent us and run this country. You would think that would be the least we could expect, given that we have to go through all we have to go through to wash your dishes. If you want to run our country, we need to know, because we're tired of being surprised and we're tired of inept assholes running this country. We can't afford it anymore, and we need to get some insight before we put you in office. We can't have people that are idiots, and we can't have people that are criminals in office representing us so that they in turn can do criminal activity while in office taking advantage of us. This just seems like common sense. Why wouldn't politicians be vetted before they get into office? They aren't going to give it to us on their own. Their parties aren't going to tell us about it. So we need somebody independent to dig it out, pull it up, and show it for all to see. Then we can make some real choices about who's going to represent us. Anyway, that's what I got. I'll talk to you again soon.